Okay, now the special bearing. This is a funky object. It's got a groove in it right here. It goes through it, so you gotta be aware of that. Uh, these are English units. So let's start. I want to go English standard inch part. Excuse me. And again, I'm going to draw it on the XZ plane here. And let's put our center line in. Line command. Put a center line right there. Okay, it's locked in. That's fine. Okay. Draw this shape. I'm coming from the bottom this time. And just the orientation of the XY. If I flip it like that, okay, let's do it that way. Let's flip it this way. And we have basically, this is an odd shape. I've got this. I want to draw this shape right here. Okay. Okay. I'm going to draw from, well, yeah, it's not centered, so I'm going to draw this from the bottom. Right here. Come up. Come over. Still got my center line turned on. Look at that. Turn that off. Come up. Come over. And there's this little groove right there, and it comes up like so, and over, and down, and over, and in. All right. So let's look at our heights here. 3 inches overall. Okay. See that? From here to here, 3 inches. So I'm going to put a dimension on that. From the bottom to the top is 3 inches. It's going to come up a lot. Okay, so this portion of it here is 2 inches. So that's this portion right here is 2 inches. This is 0.62 inches. I'm going to put this 0.62 in first because I have a feeling that when I make this 2 inches, it might come up into there. I don't know if it will. Let's put the 0.62 in first anyway. That's this thickness here. So that's 0.62 from here to here. 0.62. And see how it affected that. So let's put this 2 inches and see what happens to that. 2 inches from here to here. Two. There we go. See, I did something I don't like. I moved this down here because I wanted that flat on the bottom. I mean, it doesn't have to be flat on the bottom, but I want it flat on the bottom. I'll only put this dimension in here so this doesn't move around. That's a depth is 0.12. You see that? That's that depth right there. I know sometimes these things are hard to see. 0.12 is the depth. So this depth from here to here is 0.12. And then the thickness is 0.2 right here. The width is 0.2. Right? So from here to here is 0.2. 0.2. Well, now I'm going to move this all up so it's horizontal with this. So I'm going to pick my horizontal command. I'm going to pick this line. It's already horizontal. Let's grab points. Horizontal, pick this point, and then pick this point. That moves everything up. Okay. All right. So I got this height, I got the overall height, I got this thickness, I got this depth, and this width. So now I can start putting in, I believe, the diameters. So I've got a diameter here of 1.436 and 1.438 for the center hole. Again, that's a tolerance. I'm just going to go with 1.436. And let's see. Dimension from here, hit the center line, 1.436. 1.436. Okay. Then the next dimension we get is this outer portion on the bottom, which is 2.06. Okay. 2.06, which is this guy here. 2.06. Okay. Then we get this interior, which is 4.76. So I'll put this dimension here in at 4.76. That's going to pull it in a good bit, 4.76. Okay. And then the overall here is 5.12. So from here to here, 5.12. And there it is. And that's the whole basic shape. So let me finish the sketch and do the revolve. This didn't go the way I wanted it to. I was hoping to have it, my bad on the way I modeled it, but that's okay. We'll deal with it. I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one who makes goofy decisions in design. Okay, so let's flip it around to this side. Get it to the front, and I want to put that counter sink in there. And again, my diameter on my bolt circle here is 3.12. So my radius is going to be 3.12 divided by 2, 1.56. And it's centered. So that's how I'm going to deal with this. That's how I'm going to try to deal with it. Let's make that countersink. Okay, so we want our hole, right? And we have a countersink. It's got a diameter of 3. So first off, let's pick countersink right here. Our diameter down here is going to be 3 by 3.75. Oh, 3, there's 3. I'm sorry, that's not the diameter. There's 3x, there's 3 of them. The diameter is 0.375. Okay, so down here it changes to 0.375. That's the diameter of the hole, 0.375. Okay. The countersink diameter is 0.75, so that's the large diameter up here, 0.75. And the angle is 70 degrees. So we got 0.375 diameter, countersink diameter 0.75 by 70 degrees. So we change it to 70 degrees. Okay, now I'm just going to pop this on here. And then my distance from to the center point. No. Pop that there. And then I want to put dimensions in here. It's not letting me do that. I'm going to have to do this a different way. So I wanted to put a dimension between here and there. It's just not going to let me do that. If this were on a square object, I would just pick the... So, let me back out of here. All right. I'm going to have to sketch on it. I'm going to have to put a point there. So let's put a sketch plane there. And I'm going to use construction lines. And I'm going to put that 3.12 diameter in there. Diameter 3.12. This is just as easy. It's just a couple more steps. That's one place where SolidWorks is superior, or seems to be. And draw a line from center straight up to here. And And then I'm going to put a point here. If you have a point there, then the whole tool will click to it. And point. Here's the point command. I'm going to put a point right there on that intersection. Okay. You don't really see it, but it's there. If I mouse over there, it's there. I should have a better way of designating that that's a point. Okay, well, let me finish that sketch. Now I go my whole command, and I already have. Well, I don't. I go countersink, and now if once I hit countersink, you see I got that information already in 0.25, right? No, it's not in 0.375 diameter. I guess probably because I didn't save it, didn't use it. 0.75 for the countersink. 0.75, and then 70 degree angle. 70. I want to go through all and see it's automatically on that point. I don't even have to place it. It's automatically there because I had that point there. And I say okay. Now let's go ahead and pattern that. We're going to go circular pattern, features, this countersink, and just click on it. And then my rotation axis. Let's see if this does that weird stuff again. Well, my rotation axis, let's use that. Rotation axis is going to be the z-axis. There we go. If I click on the z-axis there, I want 3 of them. Say okay. Yeah, it kept it that time. Maybe because I didn't pick the rotation axis and just pick the circular direction. I don't know. I'm talking about the earlier drawing I did where it eliminated the original. Okay, and that's it. And that's it. There's no filter rounds other than it being backwards. Okay. That's good. Okay, so let's save that. And it's special bearing. Inventor.